the NFL. Okay, maybe not. But bet of the week, take the Seahawks tonight. I'll explain why coming up.
All right, Colin, thank you. Guys, listen up. Tom Brady has given DeAndre Hopkins high praise. The receiver tweeted that he would give a signed jersey to the best meme response to his game-winning catch last week over 3 defenders. Brady responded with a GOAT meme, which prompted Hopkins to say, quote, "And Tom Brady wins again," followed by, of course, the GOAT emoji. So, Shannon, is this the greatest catch of all time?
First of all, Skip, Tom Brady is not going to win any funny contest on social media, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Tom Brady just happened to be the most... Skip, Tom Brady just happened to be the most famous person that entered the contest.
Yes,
you know good well this and that. So Dwight Clark catch didn't even happen, huh?
That happened.
What are we going to do with Lynn Swann catching the Super Bowl?
That worked.
Skip, I know they lost the game. But do you think that catch was better than Odell Beckham, one hand behind his head?
It was not.
Come on.
I don't even think it was in the same league with Odell's catch.
Even Calvin Johnson. I mean,
there's Odell. That's a catch.
What are we going to do about the catch that you hate the most? The helmet catch in the Super Bowl by David Tyree.
I don't know what that is. That's just luck. That's not a catch. That is not luck, but I will say...
But watch Megatron.
Okay.
3 guys. Oh, I mean, so we just saw this before.
Yeah. I don't know. I might like D-Hops more than that.
Yes, but I'm just saying, that's not the greatest catch of all time.
Okay, I got to go with Odell, though, even though it was the beginning of the end of Odell Beckham as we knew him, right?
Yes.
Because it ruined him from that, because he's a rookie and he's playing the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
If I'm not mistaken, that's his first game, too, Skip. Because remember, he was hurt. Remember, he was hurt. He missed the first 4 games.
During that game. Later, he was out of the game for a while. And guess who won the game? Not the New York Football Giants. My Cowboys won 31-28.
Yes.
And that sent Odell spiraling down the path of trying to live up to that catch the rest of his life. And it ruined him.
And think about it, Skip. Anybody makes a one-handed catch, what do they say? That's an Odell Beckham catch.
That is correct. And poor Brandon Carr, he was victimized again.
Yes.
He lasted for years in the league, playing every game until Dallas cut him again this year.
Look, it won the ball game, but that's not even close to being the greatest catch of all time. Now, send me my jersey.
Confident, Skip, you have been a supporter of Kyler since the beginning, and you know I agree with you. How excited are you to watch this?
I'm excited, Mr. Sharpe, because my lone frustration, as Jenny knows, with Kyler when he played for my Oklahoma Sooners was he was so guarded in what he had to say to the media. He protected. And as he begins to grow in the NFL, especially this year, he's starting to come out of that shell and show what he's actually all about. And I think this will really show him.
He's still guarded. He gets it. He understands that I'm a quarterback and everything I say is going to be gone over with a fine-tooth comb. He gets it. He sees how Brady, he sees how these other quarterbacks have... You don't last 20-plus years, Skip, with no Skip, without being guarded.
Yep.
Just a little bit of that. But you're right. I just like to hear a little bit more from Kyler, and Aaron always does such a good job with those interviews. It'll be a great one. That is on Fox tonight, 7:30. Do you see Kyler becoming better than Russ?
Well, Skip, Kyler is very, very special, and I believe he's going to be special. And they've done a great job. They've done him a great service. They got him DeAndre Hopkins. Because you remember, Skip, for the first 7 years that he was that Russ was in Seattle, he didn't have that level of receiver. It wasn't until they got him DK Metcalf, they got him Tyler Lockett, that he got weapons, because basically we're going to run the football, Russ, and we're going to play defense with the Legion of Boom. Well, as they started tearing the Legion of Boom apart, they started like, well, hold on. We don't have that same level of defense, so we're going to have to score a little more. We just can't play, score 20 points and hope our defense shuts you out. So they started getting him weapons, and Russ started being Russ that we see right now, Skip. In 9 years, Russ has 92 wins, so that's a little over 10 wins a season.
And by the way, that's second best over that period to Tom Brady.
Russ has 255 touchdowns, 87 interceptions. Just for a little context, I know a guy that's been in the league 16 years, Jenny. I won't call his name. He has 390 touchdowns and 87 interceptions in 16 seasons. I won't call his name, but you know who that is. But anyway.
I don't know.
You do know. Oh, Goat Rodgers.
Oh, Goat Rodgers.
Goat Rodgers.
Goat Rodgers.
You're saying he's better than Brady? Now you've really lost your mind.
Skip, look. You can be good for one season. Can he be good for as many seasons as Russ has been good? Because Russ has been good for a lot of years, Skip. And I think he's going, because, like I said, it's kind of like when you played in the Jordan era. You played in the Jordan era, basically your career got swept up under the rug because he was so dominating. So you played in the Brady, you played in the Manning era. They're like, but you look at Russ, they're like, hold on. He did this up in Seattle? He's second behind Brady? More than Breeze? More than Rodgers? More than Big Ben? Huh? And it gets you like, damn, Russ been good. 30 game winning drives. Who do I trust more? Who do I trust? It's not that the player that I trust more, whose organization do I trust more? I'm going to stick with Russ. I'm going to stay with Russ. I love Kyler. Kyler can make plays. He can throw the ball because I think it's guys like Russ that made it possible for Kyler because Skip, small guys that run around, make plays with their legs.
I agree.
They get down. Baseball background.
Yep.
Now, obviously, Russ wasn't the player in baseball that Kyler is.
No, but he was
pretty good.
Yeah.
Skip, Kyler was a top 10 draft pick, and he was the #1 overall pick.
Yep.
So I'm gonna stick with Russ, and it goes to show you, but it just lets you know, Skip, what they think of Kyler. He's the #1 overall draft pick. So it ain't like, what we're getting for Russ, a 3rd-round pick, we're like, okay, anything. We expected Kyler to be this because you take a guy with the #1 overall pick, Skip, he's the face of your franchise, and you expect him to win MVPs and get you to Super Bowl. Russ is like, Skip, remember they paid Matt Flynn, a ton of money to come from Green Bay. And he didn't take a snap as the starter. Russ beat the guy out in training camp.
He did.
So I'm going to stick with Russ for the time being. But, man, like you said, Kyler growing on me. He like bacteria, you growing on me, Skip.
So you have seen the light.
I see it. I mean, it's flickering. Like you tell me, it's flickering, Skip. I got to get my eyes adjusted. You know how it's dark and then he cut the light on and you like your eyes got to focus and get. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay. So, to your point, as much as I have loved Kyler from the start of his first games at the University of Oklahoma, as much as I loved his rookie year because he plays the best against the best, and I expect him tonight to take it way up. And we're going to talk more about the game a little bit here in a little bit on the show, but I expect him to outplay Russell Wilson tonight. But it's dangerous right now to fall into the prisoner of the moment trap because right now Kyler just pulled off the Hail Mary.
Right.
Didn't play great in the game, but made one throw of throws and a catch of catches. Stole one out from under the Buffalo Bills, who had played well enough to win the game up to that point, that moment, that last second. And yet, as you know, Russell Wilson got off to a rip-roaring start this year and was running away with the MVP. He had 17 touchdowns to 3 interceptions through 4 games. And all I heard from across the table was, Russ is just, he's killing it, right?
He was,
Okay. And then all of a sudden, he had a 4-game skid in which he has led the NFL in turnovers. So you got to be careful because right now, he is in the all-time skunk funk, right?
Yeah. He's in a rut as far as turning the ball over.
By his standards, back to your point of he's 92, 44, and 1 as a starter. Well, they still have a chance to pull out of this tailspin and still be a factor to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Well, I'm going to remind everybody going into this year that the players voted on that top 100 on NFL, obviously, network and .com. And remember, he finished second to Lamar, but it was close. And a lot of people were making the case that Russell had become the best quarterback in pro football. So I'm not going to forget that, nor am I going to forget that he went head-to-head, Russell did, with Peyton Manning. And I know he had the Legion of Boom backing him up, but it was, what, 43-8?
43-8, yep. New York Super Bowl.
And he had a QBR in that game, scale 0 to 100, of 88. And then he turned right around and played Brady head-to-head and easily could have, you can say, should have beaten him.
Yeah.
And he had a QBR of 93 in that Super Bowl. So his QBR in 2 Super Bowls is above 90, which is outrageously great.
It is.
It's Hall of Fame performance.
Had he won that Super Bowl, Skip, and somebody asked you, well, is Kyler going to be better in the run? You like, hell no, Russ got 2 Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying. So he definitely has 2 Super Bowl appearances and 2